Hi guys, it's Ariel. So today I'm going to be doing a tag that I was once again not tagged in. This is the one, as you can see by the title, the my first time tag, and just like everybody else, you're not getting to know any details that you would like to know about the first time that everyone wants to hear about. You don't get to know about that. So there might not be details to tell. You don't even know. And that's personal and none of your business anyway. Although I'm going to say right now, I really sometimes wish that some of these YouTubers would actually answer that, just due to the fact that there's some of them I question. Namely Shane Dawson, but I questioned him on more than one level. So I'm just gonna get into this. Starting with my first kiss. Okay, this one was actually kind of funny. I was 16, and I had just got my first boyfriend. He's now my best friend. And he had been like tickling me or something, and then I was like laying on my floor and he was like sort of leaning next to me, and I told him to stop, and then he insulted the Jonas Brothers. And if you watched my video about my fangirl days, you know I was a big fan. He met me like right as I was getting out of my fangirl days, and he said something about him. He called them the Jonas Fags, and that's one thing you do not do. I will hit you if you do that. And he knows this. That was the first time he had been at my house. I still had posters of them up, and he decided to say something about them just to see what I'd do. And I told him to shut up, so he said make me. And I said fine, I will, and was gonna kiss him. Leaned up on my elbow, and like I don't know what happened, my elbow gave out and I missed his mouth. I refused to try again for like 2 hours, but I guess I kept looking at him like I wanted to. So eventually he was like, what do you want? And I'm like, you know what I want. And he was like, you're such a failure, and kissed me. So stupid, I know. But it's funny. It's a funny memory to me. First YouTube video. Okay, my first YouTube video that I made was actually an update video that is still on this channel for my friends and family when I went to Indiana in 2012. I just wanted to make a quick video to update people about what was going on, and like so I could have it all in one place, so I didn't have to like continue typing out the messages or calling people and be like, yeah, this is what's going on. And then I just decided, hey, I like making videos. So, and that was filmed on my friend's iPad, which, by the way, I think was better quality than most the first camera that I filmed on. I can't talk all of a sudden. First fear heights. When I was a baby, apparently, I tried to climb off of the top of a Ferris wheel because I got scared. My mom and dad had me and my brother both up there. And right as we got to the top, apparently I looked down, we were about a year old, and I freaked out and like screamed and apparently tried to climb over her shoulder. God knows what I saw up there. It's no wonder I still don't like the idea of Ferris wheels. I don't recall being on one. I think that's the only time I've ever been on one. And I'm still afraid to. I'm still afraid of heights, by the way. First movie I ever saw in theater is Flubber, and apparently I started crying near the end of it because I was like 2 and didn't see the end of it. I don't remember much about that movie, actually. I know I've seen it since then. I don't remember anything. Your first crush. Okay, the funny thing with this one is it was in 2nd grade, and it was on a kid that was once my best friend. His name was Gavin. And it was hilarious because 2nd grade logic, I thought since he was my best friend, he knew I liked him, and he still hung out with me, that must have meant he was my boyfriend. And I do remember at least half of my class agreeing with me on that. 2nd grade logic is hilarious. Looking back at it, I'm like, no, he just was your best friend and just didn't care that you liked him. But I think it's funny. Okay, first relationship. I kind of already answered that. It was my best friend Jeremy. And at the time he was not my best friend, and that didn't last very long. It lasted about 3 weeks, something like that, and led into a 4-year friendship, so that's pretty cool. Let's see here. First memory. Okay, the first memory I actually have is breaking my arm when I was 2. This is funny. I was on a trampoline and my dad had a hold of me. I was like bouncing a little bit, and came down on my arm wrong and broke it. Well, apparently, in my 2-year-old little head, I figured since Dad had a hold of me, he must have been the one that broke my arm, or he had something to do with it. I don't know. I wasn't mad at him. I just went around telling people my daddy broke my arm. Lovely. Good job, 2-year-old me. Then the second one is first broken bone, my arm, and knock on wood, that's the only thing I've broken. Okay, and then the last one is first near-death experience. I actually think I've only had 1 or 2, and the first one I think I remember, well, I think this is the first one, was when I was like 7 or 8, I was at a friend's house. We were in our pool, dragging each other around on this like inflatable chair that was like attached to a rope, and her grandma had told us not to, but we were doing it anyway. And it was like, I don't remember, no, it wasn't that. It was that same day, but a little while later, I was just floating in the chair. I was gonna say it flipped over when she pulled me at one point, but no, it didn't. She could swim, I couldn't, and I had pushed her out of it at one point just because, I don't know, it just sort of happened. And she forgot that I couldn't actually swim and I was in the deep end. And she pushed it and I like flipped out of it. And I think I almost drowned. I might be wrong. Yeah, so that's all I have for this one. I also have a special... Yes? I got interrupted. That was my mother. Anyways, that's okay. I was almost done with the video anyway, so I have a special version of this video coming out soon. I don't know when. I can't make up my mind if I want it to be a whole week or a couple days later. Regardless, at some point you'll see a music edition of this same tag. And I haven't seen one of those yet, so yay, that'll be cool. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I want anybody with a YouTube channel to do the same tag if you want. Like I said, I was not tagged in it. I wish I was, because that'd be cool. But I wasn't, so that's okay. Hopefully you liked it. I'll talk to you guys later for real. Goodbye.